crazy. It just decided to do that all by itself. For some reason, my mic just switched. It went into a whole different setting. I have no idea what the cause of that was. Huh. That's very strange. Sorry about that. Thanks for letting me know. All right. Cool. Anyway, crisis averted. Is the mic sound good, or is it all fucked up or something? Hold on. Let me see something. Is the mic sound good, or is it all... Oh, it sounds good. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. Anyway, hopefully, as I was saying, how's it going, Jacob? How's it going, Sims? Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everything's been going quite well for everybody. I'll just kind of repeat what I've been saying. It's been an interesting week, right? It's just I haven't known when to make the content is basically what I was saying. It's like, what's up, Jason? Do I make an individual video for each big news that comes out? Like, do I make a video for like Sony Michel going to the Chargers? It's just like, like where's the line? Where do you draw it? And like, I could have made 1,000 videos, but it's also like that would have been quite a nightmare, especially since I've barely been home today. Yeah, the Jalen Reagor being traded over to the Vikings is hilarious because if you all remember, one of the greatest pieces of draft lore was when the Eagles like traded up to get Jalen Reagor or whatever they did. And then you seen the Vikings draft room literally like laughing hysterically that they were able to go draft Justin Jefferson with the very next pick, I believe. In one of the greatest like fumble the bag moments ever. Now they have both of them, which is even funnier. I'm friends with a Vikings fan. He said that's the funniest thing he's ever seen is them now having both of them. Because they also liked Reagor too. He was high on their draft board, and with the way the Vikings develop wide receivers, he'll probably turn into all of his potential out there. Yeah, he was a bad pick for them. They just couldn't develop him. But a team like the Vikings, who work really well with young receivers, they'll probably, if he has anything in there, if he's any good, Minnesota's probably a good spot to go for a receiver. Just like if you're a struggling receiver, you'd probably want to go to a team like Pittsburgh, Minnesota, probably Seattle. Like they seem to develop those position groups pretty well over on those teams. Yeah, I don't know what the Bears are going to... I don't know. The Bears signed just about every free agent player. We'll go over all the teams and who they picked up in the waiver wire so far. And who's been picked up where and some trades. And like the Ravens now have Kenyon Drake, kind of an interesting pickup. Enjoying a little bit of a Slurpee there. Nothing wrong with Slurpees. One of the best parts about the American Empire. Yeah, there's been a lot of news. This is... Look how far... I don't know if you can see this on the side here because I might be covering it up. But, like, the scroll bar is, like, this big, right? And I'm, like, really, like, scrolled down far on this page here. And I'm only on August 29th on the Sam Martin being released news. I was like, that's like the last thing we like didn't talk about on the channel was Sam Martin. So I was like, all right, we'll start there and work our way backwards or forward or however that goes. But there's always more pressing things and bigger news and kind of just can scroll through it and skip all that stuff. And, there's been a lot of cuts. I mean, we can talk about individual team cuts, surprise cuts, surprise makes, I would say. Yeah, Lions have a new backup quarterback in Nate Sudfeld. Not bad. I was thinking they would have gone for a guy like Chris Streveler, however you say that, from the Jets. Like, he probably would have been a better signing than Nate Sudfeld. I mean, they also probably could have made a move on Kellen Mond. But he got pretty far down the waiver wire, so there must be something about him that teams don't like. If the Browns were able to snag him where they got him, it's like, all right, a lot of teams passed on that kid. Something went bad in Minnesota with him. Cowboys should go ahead and sign Jason Peters. Yeah, I seen that he was visiting. You guys probably could use him. Where's that at? Yep. Jason Peters is visiting the Cowboys. So that seems pretty likely signing. It's been again, been crazy. I usually like to wait like 10 minutes before we get like too deep into anything, and we could just kind of like surface the news. By the way, the Bills did sign Sam Martin, and I believe that's one of the as soon as I seen that Denver released him, I went, oh shit, so he's going to Buffalo. And everyone, I was kind of playing around, but it's also like, well, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he go to Buffalo? He's really, really good, and Buffalo needs a good punter now, so it just match made in heaven. Yeah, that would work for you, Karam. Well, I mean, to be fair, though, the Lions don't really need an expensive backup quarterback. Especially considering the cost of their starter. Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing, Daniel? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you haven't left a like, consider doing so. Helps us stream out. Helps us deal with the yellow badges and all that because it gets the interactions up. But I know most of you guys are pretty good on the likes, so I appreciate you. But yeah, we're just kind of chit-chatting about the Lions. There was some sad cuts on the Lions, man. David Blau was released. Pimpleton got released. There was a tough one. Kennedy got released. It was sad. Let's see. Jaguars traded Laviska Shenault to the Panthers. Interesting. Probably for draft picks. The Lions cut Gerard Davis as well. Kind of a surprise move. This was a interesting situation. Jimmy G was, we didn't really talk about this because I don't think we really have gone live or really just talked about it. But yeah, Jimmy G signed a 1-year extension worth like $4 million that keeps him in San Francisco as the backup. And it's one of those things where now that was a very good move by the 49ers. Very smart move because, okay, nobody wants to trade for Jimmy G right now. All right, we'll hold on to him. Now, all those people that were like, well, fuck it, we'll just wait for him to release him. Well, San Francisco just called every single one of their bluffs on that one. They went, all right, fine, nobody wants him. We're not releasing him. We're not going to play this fucking game with you people. And then they played a very smart move by probably giving him a bunch of like back money and shit. They basically just like made him very, very tradable. His contract is like 1 year. What is it? 1 year's $4 million this year. That's all it. That's the hit on the cap. So if you're suddenly, say, like your quarterback goes down or your quarterback situation isn't working the way you wanted it to, say you're the Browns, and you're in week 3 or week 4 and you're 0 for 4, 6.5. Sorry, thank you, Jason. But that's a lot more take onable than say whatever that fucking like $30 million he was making previously. So now he's tradable for, and now QB needy team might have to come calling, and hey, that's a lot easier to deal with. All right, here's a 5th round pick or 4th round pick, and just give it Jimmy G, and they'll take it. Good move by San Francisco. Or if Trey Lance isn't really the guy quite yet, you plug Jimmy back in, or Jimmy just leaves in the offseason. It's literally no skin off anybody's bones on this move. Very solid move, and it seems like Jimmy G has no problem being the backup. That's like literally the best case scenario in this situation too. Is seems like Jimmy really doesn't mind the situation of being the backup quarterback, you know? Yeah, maybe the Lions probably should have took Malik Willis, looking back on everything. They might regret not doing that. Malik Willis looked pretty solid in his preseason. He was very inaccurate, and he's clearly got a little bit of time till he's like not going to be their starter this year and maybe not next year. Oh, but that kid's he's got a great arm. He's incredibly athletic. If he can figure out some accuracy issues that he's got, because again, when you've seen Malik Willis on any kind of like feature, it was always the highlights and not really showing you the other side. So always keep that in mind with him. or with what you see on highlights and stuff. It's like, well, what are the bad ones? Can you throw in some bad ones? Can you show some mistakes you might make so we can see? And it's like, we're not gonna show you those. So that's my. I think Willis is gonna be good, but he's definitely a project guy for a year or two. Oh, see, shit. Okay. So it's 6.5. I should have scrolled up one more move. My bad. Nick Foles. Yeah, I mean, they got the line for Nick Foles. Javelin Gurdry, who was signed recently by somebody, but he was released by the Jets. Devon Kennard got released. Just like Kenyon Drake was signed by the Ravens. Kind of a no doubter. Kind of a good move, I would say. Sorry, my beard is so bad right there. I was like, oh, that sucks. I don't know. I think J.K. Dobbins, it says up there he's still out for a few weeks, or Gus Edwards is still on the PUP list. So it looks like J.K. Dobbins might be kind of still banged up a little bit. So, but man, once they get all those guys back, what are they going to do? Just have 3 running backs that can kill people? Imagine you have a trio of running backs and the very worst one is Kenyon Drake. It's like, oh, damn, that's a good running back trio. Duke Johnson got cut by the Bills. Josh Gordon got cut by the Chiefs. The Bills cut O.J. Howard, who was, I think O.J. Howard's now signed on to the Bengals or is like probably going to be a Bengal. So, that's pretty, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Hold on, I'm going to go get a water bottle real fast. 2 seconds, all right? Anyway, all right, we're back now. Sorry about that. What else do we got going on? Trey Flowers signed with the Dolphins, but we kind of already knew that. What's up, Ven? How's it going? We're just kind of going through the news. Anything big and shocking that's kind of caught your eye from the last couple days? It feels like it's been a weird cut season for all of like the cut seasons that I've been through. Seems like there have been a lot of weird ones. Like I didn't see the Vikings getting rid of Kellen Mond quite yet. That seems like did they jump the gun there? Like I have no idea what like fell apart with Kellen. Oh, the Gardner Chauncey Johnson. Are you talking about the Saints corner? Yeah, that's another like crazy move. I think we're slowly gonna get to that. Are you talking Chauncey? The Saints corner was traded over to the Eagles. Yeah, Chauncey Gardner Johnson. That was wild. Yeah, the Saints just traded that guy. By the way, that's I'm sure we'd eventually have gotten to it slowly, but like, yeah, that happened, and the Eagles are suddenly. Like the way, okay, this is how you can kind of look at like a team like the Eagles and how they might break down and be. What's up, Mike? Like the Eagles might literally, if Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback, that's like a solid, like that's one of the better teams in the NFC. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I don't know how you upgrade like that. You can't get rid of Anthony Harris and be better at the position. Like that shouldn't actually be something you can go, yeah, we're better now. Happened for the Vikings to say, yeah, you're not the guy. Yeah, I wonder what happened with fucking Mond. I have no idea. I'm not surprised they go Harris. I figured they were going to replace him, but I was thinking next draft, but not now. Yeah, like How do you like? It's literally like, how do you get better at the position? And like, oh, okay, that's how. Okay, with a guy who wants to low key have been an Eagle. All right. Yeah, solid move by the Eagles. The Eagles are looking pretty dangerous if they actually got a guy at quarterback. Again, yeah, I have no idea what happened. I think Vikings fans are just as shocked. They're like, we all thought Kellen Mond was pretty good. What happened there? They're like, nah, we got Kirk for like 4 more years. It's like, really? All right. You know, there's like one part of me that thinks it'd be really cool if Kirk Cousins won an MVP. He was asked, oh, he had a bad camp. Oh, that'd make sense then. Didn't take that Mahomes step like the team was hoping he was going to. Wouldn't that be cool if Kirk Cousins just comes out and wins an MVP this year? I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. How do you do that? Won't ever happen, so it's fun to think about. Could you imagine? I feel like Kirk Cousins could throw 50 touchdowns and 1 interception and throw for 6,000 yards, and they still wouldn't vote that dude MVP. They'd be like, I don't know. Aaron Rodgers threw for 4 touchdowns and 1 interception and 400 yards before he got hurt, and our hands are tied. We have to give him a 3rd straight. It was like his 2nd or 3rd, yeah. They gave up real quick on him. All the Packers fans like, man, he's right too. They just give the goddamn award to Aaron if he just walked on the field 1 time this season. Well, Aaron stretched out, that's pretty MVP like. We let Aaron win the MVP when his numbers get worse in back-to-back years. Yeah, it'd be cool if Stafford or somebody won an MVP. I just hope fucking Aaron doesn't win it again with fucking worse numbers than the year before. I bet, man, how is he doing worse? Man throws like 6 more picks. They're like, listen, he was trying out there. We're going to have to give him an MVP again. Unironically, though, if he does put up monster numbers, he does deserve a 3rd MVP. They cut Mond and Mannion and signed Nick Mullins. Yeah, that's what somebody said. As soon as they signed Nick Mullins, they knew they were. If there was anyone else in the NFC North that I wanted to win MVP, it'd be Stafford, not Kirk. Yeah, fair enough. Like unironically though, if Rodgers does have a great year and throws for like 40 touchdowns and has a shitload of yards, I'd be like, yeah, that guy actually deserves the 7th or his 3rd one in a row. Might as well just give it to him. Cause his receiving core is like a joke squad. I'm like, damn, dude, I don't even think Brady ever had it that bad in New England. You got like 80-year-old Randall Cobb. And that's it. I don't even know who else. Tunyon at tight end, and who else? You guys got Watson, the kid you drafted. Other than that, it's a bad squad in Green Bay right now. Y'all need to go sign fucking Odell. I don't even know what you're doing. Just go get him. At this point, it's like, yeah, just go get him. You should just call up Odell, see if he'll play with Aaron. I think he likes Aaron Rodgers, right? You think the Vikings look raw isn't good or bad? Yeah, like it's one of them things. It's like, why in the world don't the Packers already have Odell Beckham? Just be like, yeah, we all know. No one would question the move. They'd be like, hey, good move by the Packers. They finally did the right thing for Aaron Rodgers. They went and got him Odell Beckham to throw to. Yeah, Vikings should be pretty solid. I agree with that. What's up, Caden? How's it going? We're just chilling, kind of chit-chatting about the news of the week. I just wanted Stafford to get a Super Bowl ring, a commercial, and some commercial gigs. Now that he did, I'm kind of jumping off the LA Rams bandwagon. There you go. I mean, you could still always root for Stafford. I always root for Brady. That's your guy, man. As Packers fans were in the chase to get Laviska Shenault, and he went to the Panthers. There is no shot. I mean, it's a money thing. Man, I don't know. Odell's got the ring now. You guys, I can't even say you guys might win. See, that's the problem now. Odell's got a ring. He might be picky as a motherfucker about where he wants to sign. You know what I mean? Because he's got the exact thing that he's always like. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's got when guys get a Super Bowl ring, it literally becomes like, I don't give a fuck where I play now. I got what I need. Like with me, I'm a champion for life. Like, yeah, again, he could choose anywhere he wants to. Yeah, he can literally pick any team, and they'll probably bring. That's the crazy because what does he care about winning a Super Bowl now? He's got one. His legacy's goddamn set. Now he can go play for whatever team. Yeah, he's probably going to sit back and wait. No reason to rush. If he sees a team that needs a guy, man, I really hope Odell still wants to play for Bill Belichick. Oh, man. Could you imagine just breaking news the Patriots signed Odell? And that's why we have 4 wide receivers on the fucking 53-man roster. You want to hear a crazy stat I seen today? Robbie Anderson and Terrence Marshall on the trade block. Oh yeah, Robbie Anderson seems like Robbie's always on the trade block. If he is, then the Packers should go get Robbie Anderson. What are they waiting for? The Patriots should go. What are we waiting for? Go get Robbie Anderson. Go get us a 5th receiver. God damn it. Anyway, okay. I seen the oldest rosters in the NFL, right? And the Patriots have the 2nd oldest roster in the NFL. And you might be thinking, that's okay. That's pretty crazy. Now, you want to hear another crazy stat? That's also very true. The Patriots have 10 rookies on their 53-man roster, which is the most in the NFL. Isn't that fucking mind-blowing? It's like, what is Bill Belichick? You know how good of a balance that actually kind of is? Yeah, we have the most rookies on our roster with 10, and we are the 2nd oldest team in the NFL. Now, if you go look at why this is, it's a hilarious part of the weighted. Our roster's weighted very funny. Nick Folk is like 38 years old. The McCourty brother that we have is like 35. Brian Hoyer's like 35 plus. Slater's 36. Lawrence Guy's like 33 or 34. There's like 4 or 5 or 6 guys on the team that are in their middle to late 30s that just throw our hilarious weighted age all the way down the line. Like we have like very old certain players, but they're all like very important institutional pieces to teach a bunch of young guys about 10 rookies with a bunch of fucking upside. Yeah, we have 10 rookies out. Yeah, I thought that was crazy too. I was like, how do you have a team with 10 rookies that make the team? And then you're like, we're also the 2nd oldest team in the NFL. That's such a good blend. I don't know. I feel like that's a good blend. I don't know. That's a weird build of a roster. I don't know what Bill's up to, but that seems like a good thing. A lot of young guys, but also we got a decent amount of fucking vets in there. Yep, and then again, like we're probably more in the middle of the pack in terms of age, like a little bit trending downward. But again, when you throw in like 5 or 6 guys with them hilarious age like bumps. Oh, the fact that, yeah, the thing with the Patriots, like, because everyone's just like retweeting that we're the oldest team in the NFL. Like, wow, Belichick said we were going to get younger and faster, and we have the 2nd oldest roster in the NFL. What the fuck? And it's like, do you waterheads like not like understand the weird age distribution of the roster? Yeah, no, they're running with it, and they're just like they also seem to just not know that we have 10 rookies on the team as well, and our quarterback's in his second year. Yeah, I have no idea why the Saints tapped on Chauncey Gardner. Let's not talk just about the Patriots, Mike. I know we could go for a long time on this one. Also, back-to-back Saints trade. The fact that the Eagles only had to give up a fifth and a seventh for... Yeah, like he must have just wanted an insane amount of money. Like an insane amount of money. Yeah, I don't know. Final quick thing about that. It's like, man, I really enjoy all the Bill Belichick doubt. It always ends well, right? When people are clowning on the Patriots across all of the media. Usually that works out pretty good. Yeah, like I have no idea, Ven, how the hell Chauncey Gardner only garnered a like the play on words, a fifth and a seventh. If I was the teams must just know that, like, if they say, no, we're not going to give you that, we'll give you this. And we're probably the only team that, but that's bullshit. Cause I know the Patriots, if the Patriots would have been able to call up and know he was available for a fifth and a seventh, I can't imagine they wouldn't have given, like, yeah, I don't understand this. Yeah, that one's wild. The fifth rounder, if that had to just be a contract thing, where nobody else was willing to take on the contract, and the Browns called up and said, we're willing to pay him more. It's like, how do you guys have all this fucking money? They just shrug it off and tell everyone to shut up and stay out their business. Has anyone else noticed that about the Browns? They seem to have unlimited like, they've been so bad for so long. They just have, like, garbage. Like, I don't understand the Cleveland Browns. How in the motherfuck are they have, like, unlimited money? Yeah, you can, if you call the Browns and with a top player in a contract, they're like, yeah, we got room, we'll take him. It's just like, well, how do you guys have the money? Don't ask questions like that. It's dumb fucking questions. Yeah, and they're still sitting at 60 fucking million. It's like, what? Now, again, next year they got to pay Deshaun Watson $55 million, so... And guess what? You know what's fucked up? They're still going to have $20 million to spend. I don't understand how the fucking Browns have all this cap room like this. And whenever I ask a Browns fan, they just go, I don't know. And it's like, no, there's some shady horse shit going on. The whole gang is in on it. And they're going to get busted soon. This feels like they're manipulating the camp. Like, I get that. Is their owner really rich? Their owner's Jimmy Haslam, right? The Jags spent the most money the last decade with $3.4 billion and still the most losses since. Well, the Jags are the Jags are hilarious. Yeah, the Eagles got more for Jalen Reagor than the Cowboys did for Amari Cooper. It's crazy. What's up, Daniel? How's it going? Yeah, Jerry Jones is even impressed with how the Browns are operating the way that they are. Yeah, like, dude, Ven, there is nothing funnier than the Vikings winning that draft situation against the Eagles. Like, they shit all over Philadelphia on that move. First and foremost, not only did the Eagles fail to draft Justin Jefferson, and then the Vikings mocked them mercilessly as they made the fastest decision ever. I don't think I've ever seen a team move faster than when the Vikings made the move for Justin Jefferson after the goddamn Eagles fumbled the bag entirely and just took Jalen Reagor instead of Justin. It was chaos in that Vikings draft room, and now they got both of them. What's up, Quan? How's it going, little buddy? Let's ride. You know what's weird, Quan? How is your quarterback a black guy and Mac Jones more black than your quarterback? Like, I don't understand how Mac is white and way, way blacker than Russell Wilson. Your quarterback is a weirdo cornball. He's really good. It's the preseason, dude. Why are you so upset about the preseason, Quan? I think so, Mike. As long as Jalen Hurts doesn't just suck at football, he should win the division. The Eagles are a crack team. Yeah, it's the same. Always a contract issue. It's like the same thing as those Madden games we all play. Exactly, Daniel. JJ, Devonta, AJ Brown, and Goddard on that field, Rob. Dude, are you talking about the Eagles are just fucking crack, dude. I don't even understand how they got all them people on that team. The Eagles are another team. I'm like, what in the fuck? How'd they do that? It's either they're going to be really good or they're going to be really, because we've seen the Eagles do this from time to time. Again, the Eagles do this from time to time. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. It's always a big, it's just like with the Jets and the Eagles. They kind of like build up these crazy football teams every so often. And it just either doesn't work or it does work. And the Eagles, again, if Jalen Hurts is a real quarterback, yeah, they're fucking one of the best teams in the NFC. Talent-wise, yeah, I can't really find many faults. One of the best offensive lines in the NFL, check. One of the best receiving rooms, check. Great running game, check. Quarterback's the only question on offense. Literally, everything else on that team is fucking unreal in terms of talent group. They have a top 5 talent group at every single spot on offense, except we don't know what Jalen Hurts really is. Defense, very similar situation. That secondary, Darius Slay and Gardner, Chauncey and fucking Darius, those are your fucking outside corner. Like, dude, that's fucking wild. Wild. Literally, it's the Eagles and staying. It's literally Hurts and staying healthy is the only roadblock that the Eagles have this year. And if Jalen Hurts is that guy, oh man, the Eagles are going to be really, really good for a while. That's a good motherfucking team. And Sirianni seems to be a good coach too, but despite all the jokes. They have probably arguably the best wide receiver room in the NFC. Outside of maybe Buffalo or outside of maybe Tampa Bay and maybe the Rams. Like again, top 5 unit at every top 3 unit at a lot of positions. Well, Quan, it's fine. Quan, I was just playing around, man. Like, I was just making jokes about, like, your team. You guys had a bad game. Yeah, you guys look much better in the next one. Funny how the Eagles drafted 2 receivers before DK and Jay Jettas in both Seattle and Vikes got both teams. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's funny, Christopher. You guys want to know what media bias looks like? So, you know how the Patriots are like seemingly the only team that gets brought up for a bad draft because of, okay, so remember the DK Metcalf and Deebo Samuel draft? Like how the Patriots passed on them to get N'Keal Harry, right? Like you all know that very tired narrative. Do you want to know a narrative that's never talked about and it's very strange? You know how the Ravens are considered like the greatest drafting team ever, and they do no wrong when they draft? They drafted fucking Hollywood Brown over both of them 2 people. And you never hear about how the fucking Ravens made a mistake in the draft. You never hear about it. Like, and you know what you only hear about ever during draft time is how bad of a draft the Patriots did because they passed on Deebo Samuel and fucking DK Metcalf. Like, they're the only team that passed on him. It's like, you know, every team in the NFL, including the teams that drafted those guys, passed on him, right? Like, why is it the Patriots the only team that gets pointed out as the guys who passed on them 2 guys? Think about that. You never hear any other team get brought up when they're like, you know, the Patriots passed on DK Metcalf and Deebo Samuel. You never hear that the Ravens took Hollywood Brown over both of those guys too. Not once. You've never heard that, have you? You didn't even know that happened in the same draft. It did. First round pick was Hollywood Brown for the Ravens instead of DK, instead of fucking Deebo. That was even before the Patriots took N'Keal Harry. I don't, no, Tua we can actually deal with. I'm more worried about Waddle. We actually have a pretty decent plan for Tyreek Hill. Usually we deal with him pretty well in New England. I'm more so worried about Waddle. Yeah, I'm again way more worried about Waddle than we've dealt with Tyreek Hill. So I think the Patriots created the book on how to contain Tyreek Hill. Like, I think that's literally like a Bill Belichick creation, was like us showing everybody, this is how you have to deal. You just gotta do not let him get the ball underneath. Push him out and keep him in fucking with a somewhat physical safety that can run with him. Again, you just gotta keep him one-on-one and pray to God you don't lose him. And if he gets by, I mean, it is what it is, but push him as far as he can go. Like, because again, if he gets that ball in like a 5-yard radius, he's fucking gone. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Anyway. I'm already happy how everybody. I'm also happy how everybody was going to say DK was a bust and couldn't run. Yeah, no, I don't know why anyone said he was going to be a bust. Yeah, no, DK didn't go to the third. Yeah, that was one game there, Quan. That doesn't mean he always goes off. Yeah, I know, Mike. I'm literally. He's like, well, he had one good game against you guys. Yeah, that's cool. Literally every team didn't pick Debo or fucking DK Metcalf. And the Patriots are the only team that get brought up about not drafting him. It's so crazy. You guys got to admit, though, it is pretty wild that the only team that gets singled out about not drafting specific players is the Patriots. Really? We have 10 rookies that made our 53-man roster this year. What does that mean? That literally actually means the exact opposite. Do you know last year we also drafted the most rookies to become starters in 2019, something similar? And you're like factually wrong, because I can like pull it up. I bet you your team is a lot worse at drafting than we are. So, what teams do you think have the most players in the NFL right now? Jason, the other teams that didn't draft those guys, there's nothing to be discussed about them. They didn't not draft Metcalf. Oh boy, how do I find that? What was it? 93. There we go. Here we go. I want to show you guys something interesting. Now, this is a current list. To me, this would indicate all the teams on this list are not bad at drafting. Now, what does this list say? Let me make it a little bigger for everybody so we can all read what it says here. These are the teams that are actually good at drafting, basically. As we get to final cutdowns here with the teams with the most ongoing signings still competing for a spot in the NFL. These are basically teams that have guys with second contracts or still on teams somewhere in the league. Now, Ravens with 112. That's widely expected. They draft extremely well with Ozzie Newsome, and now with the current regime, they're a very, very good front office that Bill Belichick helped create. Yeah, I know, Jason. It's really annoying that they don't. Cowboys, again, draft really, really well. And they have 107 guys that they've drafted and that have gone on to get second contracts either with the team or they're still in the league on maybe a third contract. That's pretty sweet. Great job. The Vikings, a surprising third place team. Yeah, you don't really like, but like if you go look at the Vikings drafts, They draft extremely well. They're always a competitive team. They're never down for too long. They're never in the dumps for far too long. You know what I mean? They're never like the worst team in the NFL. They just draft well. I mean, they have a good front office. The Rams actually last season, I believe, started the most players drafted last year. They draft very well despite a limited number of picks. And now you go to, it's a three-way tie for third place at 93 with the Patriots, Packers, and Eagles. Now, of this list, which team is called a bad drafting football team? Only the fucking Patriots are. And the Eagles. The Eagles get a lot of shit too, but they actually draft fairly fucking good too. They have some, they make boneheaded picks early in the draft, but like after about like round 3, they never seem to miss. They're like really good late round drafters, but like sometimes they fumble really bad early in drafts. They overthink round 1. Yeah, you can say that, but like you just kind of don't know football and you look at it at a very surface level, my friend. Just so you know. You seem to understand the game at like a 3rd grade level. Well, why don't they have a bunch of all-stars? Yeah, that's not how the draft is. Most of the time, you're just trying to draft everyday starters, and that's fine. That's how you win a lot of games, by having a lot of good starters and a lot of good depth. Hate to tell you, that's probably why the Broncos don't really win much. I don't have to go look at their team. But drafting one of the best wide receivers to come out of college football in the last, decade is pretty good. They've drafted 104 players that were good enough to get second contracts. This is just a small thing. I think you can find like a full list somewhere, but I don't think they have one. The Patriots don't draft bad, though. We had like one bad draft, and everyone's like, all they do is draft bad. We had like one, maybe 2 questionable drafts. One bad one questionably bad one. Depends how you look at it was like 2017. Like, it's like, yeah, a lot of those guys are gone, but like, they all contributed pretty heavily to helping us win a couple Super Bowls. So at least one. And it's like, was it bad? Nah. We also brought in J.C. Jackson that year in undrafted free agency, which kind of balances it out. And I don't know. No, you're good, Daniel. You're good, buddy. Niners do a great job drafting too, but again, this is probably like a very long-standing comprehensive list, and the Niners had a couple bad years there, Jason. I don't know what, like, I think it was the early to mid 2000s. You guys went through like a weird bad phase. If I'm trying to remember what years it was, but I remember the Niners just going through a really rough patch. And it's fine to just not like the Patriots, but to like just say untrue things, it's just like stupid. It's like, why are you just lying? There's plenty you can actually criticize the Patriots on. Like, we can't draft wide receivers. Even if our life depended on it, we could not draft wide receivers. Like, why make up shit like you guys can't draft at all? What do you mean? We're like one of the best drafting teams in the last 2 decades. We're like literally ranked top 5 in like every single ranking for drafting in the last 2 decades. I have no idea how this happens. I'm like, what? We had 2 bad drafts, and all of a sudden, like, everyone's like, Belichick's the worst drafter in NFL history. He's never been good at it, and every team he's put together actually sucked. What? Yeah, we can't pick wide receivers. That's like a known thing. Yeah, I admit that. We're not that good at that department. We're trying to fix it. We'll see if we can. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that's our weak spot on the team is wide receiver. Everything else, we're literally one of the greatest assemblers of like certain talent groups probably ever. In terms of secondary, I like literally can't think of a better secondary builder than Bill Belichick. Do you really think we're going to suffer that badly missing J.C. Jackson this season? Denver has better. Mike, if we could draft receivers like the Broncos, we'd be way better, man. I'm not even going to play games. We're probably arguably the worst receiver drafting team in the NFL. Bill Belichick could literally be given the choice of Randy Moss or fucking Devin Funches, and he'd be like, give me the guy from Michigan. Give me Funches. He'd be like, Bill, what are you doing? No, Randy, that's not a fair one. That's not a fair one. He would take Randy. I forgot he really likes Randy Moss. That's a dumb one. Fuck. I forget. He likes all like the big name wide receivers. So he probably likes all the big name young receivers too, which is really weird. He just can't like seem to like, if it's not a guaranteed like top 3 wide receiver, I just don't think Bill can understand what the talent for a receiver is. And I have no idea why his brain works like that. He's like, unless it's literally a home run pick, I don't know what a receiver looks like. And it's my favorite shitty part about my coach. Proves he's human. Philip Lindsay got released. You know who Philip Lindsay reminds me a lot of? Peyton Hillis. Those two guys had like breakout seasons and then just vanished from the NFL. It's just like, man, whatever happened to Peyton Hillis? Yeah, but now you're living in the past, though, dude. And didn't you yell at me about like bringing up things about the past or something with football or something like that? Or I can't remember what exactly you said. And yeah, I don't know what happened with Philip Lindsay. He just fell apart. I'm looking for other. Jerry Jacobs will start on the pup list. Kellen Mond got cut, as we said. Like, we're just kind of looking around just for. There's been some, some signings. Patriots signed a shitload of people to their thing. We can look at the teams who signed people. Maybe Philip Lindsay. I have no idea where Lindsay went to. Maybe we'll see him on here. Let's see. Oh, I don't think anyone's picked him up. Nope. Uh-oh. Rip. Yeah, he's at home, bro. Exactly. He's at his mom's basement right now. Miami hasn't signed anyone to their practice squad. Sad times for the Dolphins. Yep, Trey Sermon got released. He'll probably be picked up pretty quick. Alex Leatherwood got picked up already. I was expecting maybe a slightly better team to try to get him. But the Bears grabbed him early on the waiver wire, it sounds like. I'm sure their terrible offensive line coaches will quickly get that man working in a great working order. Don't know why they wouldn't have let him go to a good team so he could actually get himself worked out and like actually blocking. At least we made the playoffs without Peyton Manning carrying us there. At least we can draft a quarterback who can put us in the playoffs. Can you guys? Here, I have a better question. When was the last time the Denver Broncos drafted a quarterback that put them in the playoffs? It was fucking John Elway. Before you were born, probably. We done drafted 3 quarterbacks in the last 20 years that have put teams in the playoffs. 2 of the guys we've drafted have put them in Super Bowls. Like we drafted 3 starting NFL quarterbacks that have put 3 of them have played in playoff games and shit. The Bills lost 4 straight Super Bowls. I'd rather get 40 put up on my team in a playoff game than lose 4 straight Super Bowls. Sorry. I don't care. So what? We had a bad playoff loss. They have a bad playoff history. I'd take the bad playoff loss over an entire history. Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you haven't been over 500 since 2016? Jesus. Literally, since Peyton Manning fucking left, you guys have sucked ass. Cool. You guys have been a laughingstock of the NFL for 6 straight years. And then you had to go and get Russell Wilson to do the same thing Peyton Manning did for y'all. You guys literally can't draft quarterbacks. Like, you guys are a sad team in the NFL. Like, what was going to be your option at quarterback this year if you didn't if you didn't get Russell Wilson? Fucking Drew Lock again? A cavalcade of fucking comedy quarterbacks? The fuck were you guys going to do? Literally, your options were Drew Lock and the fucking bunch of bums. Go sign PJ Walker from the XFL. It would be fucking balling out. You're lucky that Russell Wilson wanted to go play for your team. That's all I have to say. You're very, very lucky he likes the Denver Broncos for whatever reason. Because, fool, you guys would have been hot dog shit again. Our rookie quarterbacks put us in the playoffs. I don't know. And a guy we drafted a long time ago put the 49ers in a Super Bowl and 2 NFC championship games. And another quarterback we drafted was the greatest of all time. I don't think you have any way of talking shit about my team's ability to draft. Yeah, Drew Lock's a cool guy. Remember he had the Buzz Lightyear celebration where he like pretended to shoot things out of a wristband? That shit was fucking crazy, dude. I was ready to punch shit. Yeah, you said that. Oh, are you just spamming now? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't really care. I mean, that was last year. By the way, this motherfucker is constantly thinking about me. Quan. You know, this motherfucker goes to bed saying, fuck Rob. He made fun of the Broncos. He makes fun of every single team, including his own teams. What's up, LeBron? He's a shit talker who makes fun of every team for everything. How dare he make fun of my team for getting blown out in a preseason game? How dare he even discuss it without saying, hey, it's no, without being a complete fucking faggot like Quan is being. Why he make fun of my team? It's like I've never listened to this man make content in my entire life or something. And I'm shocked that he makes fun of bad teams and bad performances like that. Like I keep saying 47-17, like he hasn't openly mocked his own team for getting blown out in the playoffs like 70,000 times already. But I guess I have dick and comes in my ears whenever he talks about those things. I think it bothers him. That's you, dude. Quan, that's you every night. Not a single Patriots player or fan thought we were winning the Super Bowl last year. We're not delusional. We were all shocked we made the playoffs, my friend. We were just like, hey, man, we're going to lose to. I think 99% of Patriots fans went, we're probably going to lose to fucking Buffalo. This ain't going to be good. And then we lost exactly the way we did. Like, we're literally probably the least delusional fan base in the NFL compared to a lot of people. Like, we're like, yeah, you know what 99.99% of Patriots fans think heading into this season? The only way we make the playoffs this year is another really lucky break in a few ways. You think your team's a Super Bowl team for some fucking reason, and that's hilarious to me. Like you're trying to say like we don't understand our team's limitations, and you're like, we're a Super Bowl team this year. No, you're not. You might not even win. You might not even make the playoffs with your division. You might finish dead last. And guess what? I'm thinking you're going to. See? Fucking delusional. There's fucking 13, maybe 14 good teams in the AFC right now. And this man's like, we're guaranteed to win it. It's like, dude, you don't even know if you're going to make the playoffs in the AFC this year. 11, 12 wins might not be enough to sneak in. You might have to win 13 games to make the playoffs in the AFC this year. You never know how that division's or conference is playing out. Have you seen these teams? Literally, there's two bad teams. There's two guaranteed bad teams in the Jets and the Jaguars, and the Texans are a maybe bad team. If the Texans were in the NFC, I'd be like, they're borderline playoff team. No, the Chiefs probably will, man. I hate to tell you this. I'm going to go to bed. All right, for sure, Christopher. You have a good night, man. Thanks for tuning in. Do you know the Chiefs have a like plus 150 odds to win your guys' division still? Do you know what that means, my friend? Do you know that Vegas means like all the experts and all the sharps are like, despite everything that every other team did in the NFC West, the Chiefs are still incredibly heavy favorites to win that division. Like, that's crazy odds to win the division with how good it should be. Yeah, again, Denver, I don't know if Denver has the offensive firepower. I mean, Russell's a great quarterback. Yeah, but you come in here and repeat the same talking points I hear the media say about the Patriots. So that's why we use talking. See, Quan, you fell right into our trap card, didn't you? See, the goal around here is what we do, or as I hope what people have picked up on, is whenever somebody comes in and fires off like talking points about the Patriots, like media talking points about my team, I start using the same media talking points that are said against their team that will drive them crazy. And they just go, dude, stop using media talking points against my team. Every time. It's really easy. Every single fuck. It's like, yeah, I told you NFL media sucks. Why are you repeating the same horse shit you hear about it from the Patriots? Like, why are you doing that? If you're gonna doubt the authenticity of the media, like you just did there, Quan, because we're using your media's talking points to debunk your to shit talk your team. Why are you suddenly like using like New England media talking points about the Patriots? I literally can read them. Like I know exactly like what takes you're gonna say, but you're just adding like the word sucks instead. I'm waiting for this dude to be like, you guys only got 4 wide receivers. Why do you have no wide receivers? Because we're probably going to sign somebody or make a trade for somebody pretty soon. Our defense also has like 1 billion guys on it. Don't worry about it. Worry about your own poverty-ass teams. I'm tired of it. Anyway, we can change the subject. And we'll see. We'll see, man. Are we? Can we be cool now, Quan? Are we all good now? We used to be good, man. I don't even know why we're fighting. It was just a joke. I apologize if that upset you that bad. I didn't, I don't fucking mean to upset anybody. I'm just playing around. I'm pretty sure I was laughing when I was talking about it. Like, I was just playing. Dude, I'm just fucking. That's a bad thing to have happen in a preseason game. It's just like, and most of my jokes weren't even about your team. Mostly what I was making fun of in that whole thing was the fucking Buffalo Bills for playing like that in a preseason game. Dude, you guys, like, I don't even remember. Like, I was like, yeah, that's a bad performance by Denver. But, like, most of my jokes were literally about the Bills. I went back and rewatched it. I talked more shit about Buffalo just doing that for some reason than anything to do with Denver. Like, I barely even mentioned the Broncos. It was mainly me shitting on Buffalo for some reason deciding just to do that in the preseason. I think the meanest thing I said was they used you guys as like a warning shot to the rest of the league. Like, I genuinely didn't say that and like anything. I maybe went, well, they fucking played bad. And what, are you going to try and tell me you guys played good? We'll get into the Baker situation. That's hilarious. Baker is now denying he ever said those fabled words. Jerry Jacobs, he's good. He should be back week 5. Yeah, for a couple years, they should. They built a good team. Hopefully they win a Super Bowl out of this team they got. If not, it's a complete failure. And I will laugh my fucking titties off. And now that's going to be like misinterpreted. Rob was hating on the Bills again. He said they have to win a Super Bowl with the team they got or else they're failures. Yeah, I mean, when you're heavy Super Bowl favorites by 95% of people who watch football, I would say, yeah, you probably should win a Super Bowl in the next couple of years with the team you got. Fucking stupid Buffalo fans. If Josh Allen's the number 1 player in the NFL, like all these retards are saying, this is the year to prove it, right? Dummies. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, well, I think Denver's actually on the rounds to being a good team. It's just still really funny they lost that preseason game the way they did. Let's see. Yeah, here's the Chauncey Gardner trade, as we were talking about. I wonder if the Eagles are going to get a new contract for him. Byron Jones is on the PUP list. Which is, I would say, pretty significant news. Oh man, my nose is itchy. Yeah, so that's gonna suck for the bra for them. Yeah. Fine, you're kind of getting annoying. I'm probably just gonna ban you again, dude. If you can't calm the fuck down, you just don't need to be here. Like, you're not very fun to talk to, so. Like, you're not very literate. You're kind of, like, retarded sounding. Like, I don't mean to be rude, but I guarantee you kind of talk like this. So, I'm, like, getting tired of this. Either get over your little fucking hissy fit, or I'm gonna get rid of you. What's up, Kenny? Like, it's getting annoying, dude. Like, all you're doing is just fucking crying because I made like 3 jokes about the Broncos losing a preseason game. If you're really gonna fucking cry like that, dude, you don't need to be here. Like, just fucking leave. It's like, holy shit, dude. Are you gonna keep fucking crying about this for a week now? For 2 weeks now, dude? Holy fuck, dude. Are you like that big of a little baby? Like, holy shit, dude. I've never seen anything quite like this. You're literally crying because I made 3 jokes about your fucking football team. You're not even a Denver Bronco. Get the fuck over it, dude. Or stop watching my channel. Like, you don't need to watch and bitch like this. Like, I genuinely don't give a fuck about you crying like this. I'm being very honest with you right now. I don't give a shit. Keep it up and see how fast you're just banned from going forward. I'm so tired of like hearing your fucking baby grievances because I dared to say so. Like, do you know how much shit I talk about the Packers? Do you see these Packers fans that are watching my channel fucking boo-hooing like you are, or the Bills fans, or any of the other teams fans that watch this channel who I make a lot of jokes about crying like you? No, dude, that's just fucking you. You're a fucking crybaby. Keep it up, fucking faggot. Keep crying. Like, I'm so tired of this from people like you. Why? How dare you say one bad thing about my team? Yeah, how you doing, Kenny? How you doing, man? Like, get over it, baby. The Broncos fucking blow asshole, and I hope you guys get blown out in every fucking game you play in. What are you gonna do about it? You gonna cry some more? Von didn't want to come back to your team because it's a fucking dog shit ran franchise. And you guys aren't going to win any Super Bowls anytime soon, so he went to a team that might actually win something soon in the Bills. He could have came back to you losers, but he decided not to because you don't have a future. Sorry. That's why Von didn't come back. Your team fucking looks like garbage. Oh, we're going to cry some more. You can cry more, baby. Oh. He thinks your coaching decisions are fucking retarded and your quarterback decision was even funnier. That's probably the only thing he respects is you guys fucking sold out your future for Russell Wilson. Hopefully he does better than he did with Seattle last year, which was fucking garbage. Well, you got nothing to say now? Fucking good. God damn, I fucking hate when people do that. Just like cry about, so it's like, you thought you were going to get Von Miller and you didn't. He didn't want to play for you guys. Pretty sure Odell said we were the second team on the list. Someone correct me or someone back me up on this. Weren't we not? Wasn't it like the Rams, Patriots, and Packers was his list? Or Rams, Packers, Patriots, or some shit like that? Yeah, and then you guys could have signed him in the offseason and he turned you down to go play for the Broncos. Or to go play for the Bills. Yeah. I remember. Yeah, what happened this offseason when he decided to decline your contract and go play for Buffalo? So you're still crying. It's fucking annoying. Oh, okay. Nope. Keep coping any way you want to, man. Cope harder. No, he just didn't want to play for your fucking shit tier team. All right, someone else can do that. Whoever wants to ban this retard, get rid of him. I don't feel like getting my hands dirty. I don't want to touch this shitty ass Broncos fan. I might get the poverty on me. Ugh. Get the bad teamitis. I don't want that shit. It's gross. Take a shower. I can smell that shit from here. Thanks, Kenny. How's school been for you this week? You got classes tomorrow and what is it? Tomorrow Friday? No, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh, you got classes on Thursday too? Or you got class all week? I know it's your first week of college, so I'm guessing it's been a crazy run. I'm sure today was a lot easier since it wasn't an information dump day. You got class every day? That's rough. But I've been there. Everyone remembers freshman year and arguably sophomore year. that shit sucked. What's the news? I'm just kind of looking for like bigger news and like things that are actually worth talking about. Yeah, pretty much. Aaron Donald is not going to be punished for the fight. Oh yeah, he got sentenced to 3 years. The guy who tried to sell the fake rings. But yeah, also you have learning labs. Oh, those will be good. I would utilize learning labs. Those will probably be really helpful for you. I was going somewhere with something and I completely lost it. Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking idiots. Memorabilia people because they're all fucking marks. They soy out whenever you pretend you got something. You could literally just be like, yo, I got this fake Brady skin. What do you mean Brady skin? It's some skin that he that came off on his shoulders when he got a bad sunburn and he gave it to me. And they'd be like, damn, how's $1 million sound? Game time. And those weirdo like people will get it. Oh, the Aaron Donald situation. Yeah, Aaron Donald won't be punished for beating people up with helmets. Mainly because the NFL can't punish people at practice for the most part. And we all kind of figured the Rams weren't ever going to punish their star player for that incident. Not in any kind of like serious manner anyway. They might have like fined him like a private amount or some shit. And I don't know. Something tells me the Rams don't really give a fuck that he did that. Again, I think there's the reason I think you can look at those two situations of Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald's as fundamentally different situations, though they both swung helmets at people. Here's what I consider to be the major difference. Myles took a helmet from a guy and then hit him with it. Right? He hit a guy without a helmet on. That to me is pretty foul. From the video that we see, it looks like, yeah, Donald has two helmets and he's hitting dudes with helmets. And again, I'm not trying. Should he have been suspended? Sure, but that's kind of up to the team, not the league. And the team just kind of, what do you really think they're going to do anything to him? Like he's hitting guys in the helmets. Like, you know what I mean? Like he didn't like take those helmets off and then start beating the dudes who were wearing them with them. He just ran into a pile with two helmets on his fist and started swinging them. Again, not a cool move, hilarious looking move, but again, it seems like a whole lot different. It feels different. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like there's some kind of difference of scale there. He's hitting guys in the helmets with helmets. Yeah, not a cool move. No, Donald is the type. Donald has a really, really bad temper. If you could look up Aaron Donald dirty plays, and you'd be flabbergasted at the amount of dirty plays this motherfucking guy's doing a game. It's pretty bad. He like chokes people all the time and fucking is always getting into skirmishes with guys. So again, he's kind of a dirty, shitty little player, but like, who cares about that? So like a lot of it's like warranted fighting and shit like that, but like I don't know. Again, if he would have been hitting dudes without helmets on, and then it would probably have been a whole different situation. Potentially assault and shit. Your team got a cool gift today. AirPod and my coach got me new Nike shoes. Oh shit! Hell yeah, Kenny. Your team got gifted AirPods. That's pretty sweet. And your coach got you some new shoes. That's pretty cool of them. Donald doesn't. Yeah, Donald's kind of a violent guy. But again, I don't know. That's kind of football. I don't know. The reason Myles Garrett, again, I've really put some thought into this, to be honest with you. The reason Garrett's was worse was ultimately because the guy didn't have a helmet on. If Garrett would have took his own helmet off and swung it at Myles or at Mason at that point, it would have been seen so differently. It would have been like, oh, why do you do that? That's a weird thing to do. Instead, it's like, dude, he took that dude's helmet off and tried to fucking bash his head in with it. That's fucking violent. Meanwhile, for Donald, the helmets were thrown at him, and then he used them as weapons. It seems like repurposing. Let's see what else we got. Shaquille Leonard was off the PUP list for the Colts. Tre'Davious White for the Bills is starting on the PUP list. He's out at least 4 games. Lions waive David Blau. Yeah, Marlon Mack got released. Oh, someone bought you AirPods? Wow. Really? Just for you helping out so much? That's nice of them. Well, that's really cool of the team. Be right back. I gotta blow my nose. My shit's fucked up. Also wanted to grab a soda too. No, they signed quarterback Nate Sudfeld. So they have a backup, Nate Sudfeld. Sonny Michel went to the Chargers, as we kind of knew. Now it's just a bunch of guys getting claimed and stuff. So we can kind of just go ahead and jump over to this if people want to look at specific teams or anything as the stream goes along. But yes, that's most of the news is this. Like practice squad signings, guys getting cut and traded and I can run down every team, but like that would literally take a very long time. These are all the practice squad signings so far. Yeah, it seems like a lot, doesn't it? So, again, if there's specific teams you'd want to look at, we can do that. But, these are all pretty low-risk signings for practice squads. How do I think the Packers will be? I don't know. The Packers are in an interesting spot where they could be really solid, or they could struggle out of the gate when they're trying to find their footing with the receiving core. It feels like it's all over the place with them. It feels like it's hard to tell. Yeah, Tyler Johnson's a solid signing. Should help out with Dougie with Davis Mills. Overall, though, the Packers should probably be pretty solid. The more I think about them, it's just I have questions about how the receiving core is going to look out right away. Um, they should get solid, like more solid as the year goes on, and they'll probably win anywhere from like 12 to 14 games. But could be a little worse. Just depends, things could be kind of ugly with the receiving situation. Bo Melton. Yeah, I know. There's a couple people who are really high on him. So I mean, we'll see where he winds up. Hopefully with the Patriots. I don't know. He's got that speed to him, which is was like a 4.3. You said 4.39, 4.35 or something like that. That's real fast. So I'm trying to think of other things to news, like because again, the news is there's a good amount of news, but most of it's really just guys getting signed and cut and shit. It's just a weird amount of like news, but like nothing too crazy. See what I mean? There's just nothing really that makes you go, whoa. We kind of put most of that into a lot of the talk already. But I do think the craziest thing, though, is the oldest roster thing. Still think I find that to be one of the crazier stats I've seen. I think today or yesterday I seen that and I went, wow, that's an interesting one. Like to see the Bucks up there makes quite a bit of sense. The Patriots, they're weighted weird. They got a bunch of rookies and a bunch of old guys, so it's somewhere in the middle there is the actual age probably like 26. Now Matt, he sucks. Bills on top. Now go Ravens. Bills, Warriors, Rangers. Yeah, Seattle's good. What's up, JJ? You know what's crazy? I've never seen anybody get as mad over a joke about their team as that before in my whole life. I don't even know what to consider what he was doing. Is that full sewing out? Is that what happens when I don't know. I don't even know where I'm going with that. He was basically the internet whenever they make a comic book character not a white guy. Everyone freaks out. Everyone's like, "Oh my gosh!" One of my favorite. It's all if I. It's like a guaranteed money reaction. You know what I mean? You can find some people getting really mad about comic books, and it's fucking hilarious. In either direction, if they make a character who's a white guy, you can find hilarious overreactions by the other side. What the fuck is this representation? And it's like, holy shit. He's a fucking comic book character. Calm down, nerds. Who cares? It's for little kids. You probably shouldn't be reading this. Like they're crazy on either direction. It's like, whoa, dude, it's just respect what the author's doing and read if the story sucks, say the story sucks. But like this whole thing about how you can't switch characters, it's like, why is that? Who fucking cares? Literally, only you and the other people do. Everyone else is like, yeah, we just want a good story, we don't care about anything, auxiliaries. Those are just details of the world. If those details make the world. Yeah, sure, nerd. Yeah, same here, Mike. It's funny because like either way, it's like, dude, just that's the choice the author made. Who gives a shit? Pretty much. It's just like again, so like if it's like authentic comic like nerd range or comic nerd rage, it's one thing, right? Like when you can tell it's just like some dude who doesn't get a lot of pussy and he's just really pissed off about like one or two very specific like changes. It's like, yeah, okay, that guy's just really angry about nerdy weird shit. And I give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, yeah, he's just mad. He was gonna be mad if if it wasn't like if it wasn't word for word from the stupid ass comic book. That guy always was gonna be really pissed off. Like he's still waiting for the word for word remake of a comic book, and he hates all of them. He's like fucking bitch ass motherfuckers, ruining my shit. You think they should have cut Rudolph? I don't know if the Steelers should have really cut any quarterbacks. What did they cut that small-handed Paquette? Yeah, I don't think he's ever going to be the Lions' starting quarterback there, Daniel, unless Goff gets hurt. But he's a decent backup. You hate Rudolph? I mean, I don't know. He's a decent backup. He was all you guys had when Big Ben got fucking dead for a year or blew his elbow out because he was, spanking his monkey way too much. Cat's the backup. Oh, little small hands. What's up, Owen? Just kind of chilling, just bullshitting about the NFL right now. I was thinking about going through all like the rosters and shit of people like who've been signed and cut, but I was like, that'd take me like 2 hours of just not talking to the audience while I did that on a stream. So there's specifics anybody wants to look at, we can. Like who, what. And then I also thought, like, who gives a shit about practice squad signings? Trace McSorley, throw it on a dime, that like the legend. I'd only want him if he was the starter. I go all the way in. You're hoping? I hope you get two too, Jacob. That'd be pretty cool. I gotta start streaming maybe a little earlier. I forget like half my like. I was like, man, I gotta stream later so the people who watch my channel on the West Coast can watch more. And I'm like, I don't think that many people out West watch me. I think everyone's East Coast. So me starting at like 10 o'clock is probably pretty detrimental to them people trying to sleep. So I gotta pick a little slightly earlier streaming time. But again, it's weird because I don't technically get out of class till 6:20 on Wednesdays. It sucks. So sometimes I got home till like 8. Like I didn't get home till like 8 tonight. So sometimes it's fucking stupid. But either way, Thursday nights won't be affected. I'm on vacation. Not vacation, but my weekend technically starts today. From class anyway. I have class again on Monday. Oh boy, no I don't. I don't have class again for another week. Labor Day. That's going to be sweet. And the next week, fucking, dude, I can't wait for next week. I can't believe we're literally 8 days. Well, 7 if you don't count today. There's only 30 minutes left, so I'm done with today. 7 days left till we kick off the NFL season. Yeah. 7 days. No, I wasn't able to watch much of McAfee. I've been busy this afternoon. Which NFT guy was on McAfee? He did? Oh. Yeah, he tries. It'd be so hard to pretend to give a fuck about crypto at this point at 2023 too. But listen, I don't fucking, isn't that most of that shit dead right now? Like if you really think Bitcoin will recover, I think it's still under 20 grand or just around 20. NFL is releasing them. The guy in charge was one for the hypes. Those motherfucking people, like the NFL NFT thing, like you like collect moments and like you get like prizes or something. Yeah, I don't know why the NFL's partnering with them people. I looked into that. That looks like the dumbest. Oh yeah, I seen that. I don't. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like any of that. I'm like, ew. Why is the NFL partnering with these people? They're like, buy a moment, and you get to have these exclusive things. Da-na-na, suck my tits. I'm a fat bitch. Like, it was just weird commercial shit. It just uncomfortable. Like, they make like these really gay, like it's just really bad, like digital NFTs of like highlights that you can watch for free on YouTube. Yeah, but you own it. So I can repost it and make money on it? No. No, you can't. Well, what do you mean by I own this? You said I own it. I can then repost this as my own content, correct? No, that's not how this works. Like, I don't even think you buy the rights to redistribute those like that highlight. And some of these are fucking thousands of dollars to buy. So I'm like, oh, that's a scam. I played RuneScape. I know how the world works. It's hard to scam RuneScape players with fucking get rich quick schemes. Listen, I've been getting scammed on those since I was like fucking 7, dude. You have to try much harder than like, oh, if you put your money into this money, it doubles your money. I'm like, sorry, I missed out on Bitcoin. If I was way more patient with Ethereum, I could have hit a home run. But I was very impatient, and I needed the money I made. Still, that's one of my only regret in crypto is actually the is Ethereum, because I literally watched it like go from like 100 to 200. I put my money in at about 210. It jumped all the way up to like 700-800. Or even it was like almost 1,200 even when I pulled out finally. I just took all my money out and I went, oh, I won. I got a big win on crypto. And then that shit jumped up to like 3,000 and I got fucking pissed off. I lost again. I'm fucking always taking L's on crypto. I thought it was going to get crazy high too. I was like, man, I'm so bad. Yeah, but see, I never feel bad because I always take my money out, and I always, when I hit the goal, I like make. I always set a goal and take my money out, and then it keeps going, and I'm like, fucking bitch. And then now it's kind of low again. It's kind of tapered off, and I don't feel as bad. But yeah, that Ethereum shit, when it was kept going up, it had me feeling pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, damn, dude. That was one of the ones where I'm like, if I was just a little bit more patient, I maybe could have made $300 more potentially. Let's see. I'm pretty sure OJ Howard is a Bengal. Yeah, like we've covered most of it, like all the news basically. Let me see. Logan Ryan was oh, he's gonna be re-signed. Okay, that's what I thought. He was cut by the Bucks. I think they brought him back in. Yeah, Jalen Reagor got traded. Why are they using Patriots? It's like, Sony like last played on like the Rams and the Dolphins. It's been like multiple seasons since he's been a Patriot. Why would they use him in Patriots gear? It's like it feels weird sometimes. Like, am I crazy to think that it's weird he's not wearing his Miami uniform? Like, why are they implying that they signed a guy from the Patriots? What messaging is this? I'm very, very confused. Yeah, he literally... he was on the Rams even last year, and he just won a Super Bowl with them. Like what? Why would they throw him on there with us? It feels weird, if you ask me. I guess you associate Sony Michel with the Patriots? I don't. Definitely feels intentional. And if you don't see it, well, I don't know what to tell you. Have a good night, Kenny. Yeah, there's barely anybody here. No one really ever watches streams no more. He's all right. This is a better stream than most because people are actually talking. What's up, Muhammad? How you doing, buddy? Excuse me on that burp. That was brutal. Shouldn't have did that. Hey, we got 15 likes too. I appreciate that, everyone. Plus, streams like this always do pretty good in terms of just being rewatched. Like the stream from the other day, it's gone up quite a few views. It's almost at 100 even, and it did really poorly. Kind of hit at like 40 after like an hour. I was like, oh, that's bad. And it's gotten like 50 extra views, so it's on its way to 100. Yeah, I know, Mike. You're very gung ho about Bo Melton right now. It's fucking hilarious. You're like, listen, I got an idea. Why don't we go sign Bo Melton? When his week 1 pick's coming out? Well, I'm probably gonna do that next week. When it's week when week 1's going on. Just because I don't know. It just seems more like correct to put it out next week. It'll be out Tuesday, though. Tuesday afternoon. Bright and early. Everyone will be ready for it, waiting for it. Anyway, I was looking at something. Hell yeah, Muhammad. I appreciate you watching, man. I know you enjoy the picks and stuff. So, can't wait to see what your picks look like, my friend. It's been a little while. How you have a good off season and everything? You enjoy the time off between rooting for your team? And just this weird kind of like quasi state of like, come on, football. I think I'm gonna, to the people who are here, you guys get a surprise announcement. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get Madden tomorrow. I don't see the normal like level of crying that I usually see around Madden. So I'm guessing it's a decent enough game to buy this year to where it's like, yeah, it's probably worth it again. So I want to try it out. So tomorrow's stream will be a Madden stream. Since you guys are here, you get to find out about it early, and those are fun streams with me usually. So if you're here, you find out right now. This one of the benefits of actually showing up. I'm not going to really announce it other than like very randomly tomorrow afternoon, be like Madden stream ? With a yes or a no. And if enough people vote yes, we'll do the stream. That'll be a busy ass stream, I'm guessing. People be like, dude, you playing Madden finally, yay! Mainly, it'll just be me training and figuring out how to play the game because I'm gonna go right into practice mode and figure out how the passing system works. Because apparently there is quite an update to it, and I want to figure out how to use it so I can fucking throw bombs. Let's see what else we got. Josh Gordon visited the Titans. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that happened. Jacob Eason to the Panthers. Sam Martin went to the Bills. We kind of already knew that. The Bears were the only team that put a claim in on Alex Leatherwood. Holy shit, that's not good. Oh, Josh, what the fuck's his last name? Josh Johnson. Yeah, he's signing with the Broncos. So he's on like his 15th team, I think, or his 14th team now. I don't know if like the post was saying that he's like on his 14th team. Oh, Josh Gordon too. Yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised he's still going to give it a go. But Josh Johnson too and Gordon, both of them are pretty much the same. Man, you know what's crazy? Why doesn't anyone ever hang out? Sucks. Stream's dead. Well, I guess that's a sign I should probably just wrap this up then, huh? Doesn't really sound like anyone's too interested in hanging out anymore. It was a good stream anyway. Well, just under like 80 people popped in. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send an email to YouTube. Like I'm pretty sick of my channel feeling like it's like what at any point in this stream there should have been no yellow badge issued. It's like why does this happen every stream now? I'm gonna have to get a hold of like YouTube help or something and see if there's like an actual error on my account. I don't know. Because I'm pretty sure once this happens, it means my content's suppressed and it like doesn't get notified. It doesn't like it like just kills it. And it does it to every single stream I do. So if like a bunch of people don't come in and like just naturally know I'm going live, they'll never know. And it's quite obnoxious. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure some stuff out with that. It's annoying. Ugh. It doesn't make sense because when things are right and sometimes they forget to like yellow badge or something doesn't click, I'll have like 200 views on a video when I end stream. So I'm like, all right, something's fucking broken. I shouldn't have this kind of like view disparity between streams. Seems off. But I don't know. Maybe it's in my head, but I don't think it is. What's even funnier though, Mike, is if I deleted everyone's mods, they'd be like, dude, I'm here every stream. Wait, no, you aren't. Wait, where were you then? The silent observer? All right, there, everybody. I do appreciate everyone who came out and hung out. Thank you very much. It was a fun stream. I guess I'll just end it here. I was gonna go for 2 hours, but there's like 4 people left. Yeah, I was here for a half a second. I said hi and left. How is it not? Yeah, it's also getting late too. So middle of the weekend, it's late. I kind of stream at weird times. I should probably go live a little earlier, which I might do tomorrow. So again, if you're here, you know I'm going to play Madden tomorrow. If not, well, I guess it's a little bit of a surprise for everybody else. Thank you all so much for another fun stream tonight. I appreciate it very, very much. I will see you all when I see you all next, which is going to be tomorrow. So yeah, have a great night. Go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, it's always go Patriots. We're just now 7 days away from the start of the NFL regular season. Cannot wait. It's coming quickly. And I will see you when I see you next. Bye-bye, everyone. Peace out.